Hi there, we are continuing on with Unit 5.15, a review. This is part 3. So if we were going to select all categories that apply to each statement, each group wove fabrics with certain colors and patterns that identified that group. Aztec, Maya, and Inca, they would say all of those. Their stone sun calendar tells the story of the 4 creations of the world. What do we think that is? If we said Aztec, that would be correct. They built structures from stone and made stone carvings. Would that be all? Yes. Temples built on top of stepped pyramids were dedicated to their gods and rulers. Stepped. That might just be Mayan. Let's see. It is not. If we do all, that is not correct either. There we go. It is Aztec and Maya built temples on top of stepped pyramids. Machu Picchu in the Andes Mountains was a prominent city for this group. If we said Inca, that would be correct. They made ponchos of alpaca wool and offered them to their gods. What do we think? It is Inca. Conventions of portrait sculptures included an elongated, curved nose and foreheads. If we said Maya, that would be correct. Spanish explorer Hernán Cortés seized their gold works and other treasures. If we said Aztec, that is it. Who wove blankets from sheep's wool on upright looms? If we said Pueblo, we would try again. If we said Plains Indians, we would try again. So that leaves us with Navajo, correct? Correct. Artistry focused on portable items like clothing, shields, and teepees. And so this is something else you can go and check yourself on in this Unit 5.15. And then if we're looking at Islamic carpets, we're going to reveal some of the design characteristics of those. Islamic carpets are both decorative and functional. Carpet motifs may be geometric, calligraphic, or vegetal, which means they would have plant designs, and have symmetrical balance. So symmetric means they're a mirror image of each other on both sides. Persian carpets are the most elaborate type and may incorporate images inspired by the Quran's description of paradise, such as gardens, fountains, and animals. So what could be said a little bit more about the mihrab from the Great Mosque in Isfahan? The mihrab is a niche that marks the direction of Mecca and is the most important part of the mosque. The mihrab of the Great Mosque has a symmetrical design and calligraphic script depicting passages from the Quran's borders the pointed arch. Decorative tile work incorporates complex arabesques, interlacing lines, and floral and geometric patterns. So if we were looking at imperial seals, leaders through time have used these. Compare the Tugra of Sultan Suleiman of the Ottoman Empire with the presidential seal of the United States. So if we were to compare those two, we might say both seals combine writing and images and are used to mark official documents and other objects. Suleiman's Tugra is on coins and architecture, and the presidential seal marks aircraft. China, in this part, when they talk about China, they're talking about plates and cups and things, and the Kennedy half dollar. The Tugra has complex patterns made of arabesques, interlacing lines, and floral motifs, but the presidential seal has a simpler design that includes the national symbol of the bald eagle. And here's another where you can match terms to correct descriptions. And another where you can fill in the blanks. So be sure to check back in on 5.15 to quiz yourself before you take any of the tests. It will be helpful.